Dear boss, Nathan, yeah.
I'm no longer slave to fear. Oh, cause his blood has set me free. When I was down, you gave me a hand to stand again. Oh, now you gave me air to breathe again.
So everybody know that on testimony, we gonna testify. Hey, hey, yeah. Testimony,
we gonna testify. Yeah. Testimony, I got to testify. Yeah. Testimony, yeah. Oh. You did comfort me, wakati munaku, you're there for me. Oh, Betsuri, really tell you make me life complete. Ooh, wali wobi onkolera, nempulira, nchakala kuchulira. Obulamu bompadde, sasula ayudiza. Kasile sijisiriza, emizindalo tujibalula obujuliza obuwulire. Mikono tujiwanike, tuline ensonga.
So I got to testify on testimony. We gonna testify. Hey, hey, yeah. Testimony,
we gonna testify. Yeah. Testimony, I got to testify. Yeah. Testimony, yeah.
Kulukudu na vayo, muwavu don sanga ya. We get the blessing, ya nazi zaka katu yung di mubia. Di bola mo julizo ko bola mo. Weni na ya masita pulani, weni na ya wangula makome no ko fa. Weni na ya singila, weni na ya ngolela yo bola mo julizo mo.
When I was down, you gave me a hand to stand again. Oh, now you gave me air to breathe again.
So I got to testify on testimony. We gonna testify. Hey, hey, yeah. Testimony,
we gonna testify. Yeah. Testimony, I got to testify. Yeah. Testimony, yeah. Emizindalo tujibalula obujuliza obuwulire. Mikono tujiwanike, tuline ensonga. Waliwo byonkolera, nempulira, nchakala kuchulira. Obulamu bompadde, sasula ayudiza.
Kulukudu na vayo, muwavu don sanga ya. We get the blessing, ya nazi zaka katu yung di mubia. Di bola mo julizo ko bola.
Yes, you're welcome to the last hour of the show. My name is Ali Patrick and call me the Drip Sensei. And abachimanyi tuchikwasaganyamu. The last hour we usually have a topic that we usually discuss about with a panel of energetic and amazing people. So today I have these how can I even call them? Like these influential people in the gospel industry, because I feel like they've done really a good job. The fact that they've been helping me out, I can't deny that, because most of the times we usually have a segment of gospel news and gossip. So most of the times I tend to refer from their websites and get to have some news. So I want to get to know the fact that lots of people have been running away from the fact that social media influencing when it comes to the gospel side has not been like so good. The fact that these guys tebakola nnyo mawulire and stuff, but we are going to get to know how these guys have managed to go through all those stages okubeera nga bakirwanyisa ne babeera relevant for all this while nga tebagudde tebakoze batya. So just stay tuned. For everyone who is tuned in right about now, you guys are doing a great job. Abansinikidde message namwe mukola bulungi, and then later on you can be able to call in and talk to these guys obabuuze ekibuuzo kyonna bw'obaako ne gw'omanyi ng'alina kye yakuwandiikako ekikyamu. Yes, sir. The opportunity is here. The platform is here. So you guys can talk to them. We are going to get to know how they came up with the idea, what's their source of inspiration. Engeri gye bakikwasaganyizaamu okuviira eddala eri wansi ddala ewasooka. So today allow me to welcome these social media influencers, and I'm going to introduce one by one. They tell us something about themselves, where they pray from, buli kimu kyonna tubeere nga tukikwasaganya mu ngeri ey'enjawulo. So just stay tuned. I'm Ali Patrick. Yes, I'm going to start with GMP. GMP, but I know it's not your name.
Yeah, so I'm Swambot. And I'm really happy that you called me, and to sit with the ladies, I really respect so much because I've grown in the industry, me personally, since my childhood.
Questions nja kubeera nga mbibabuuza right about now. Kati basically njagala tugende first of all buli omu gundi gy'akolera atubuulire and what you do, like into details bulungi. GMP tugiwulidde, but what's GMP? Because waliwo atamanyi GMP kikyekola. There is someone nga it's their first time to hear about GMP, hear about UG Christian News, nguli abadde anoonya amawulire tagamanyi, someone to hear about Jesse nga abadde takimanyi. So this is the only way out gisobola okubeera nga tubategeeza ekituufu.
Okay, GMP Promotions is a gospel music promoting company. So we promote artists, events. So we do promotion in 3 categories. We do online promotion, that's internet, and then we do on ground. So we go downtown. We have to make sure that music, we are the link between the artist or producer to the final consumer, and then the 3rd category is media promotion. So we make sure that we handle your online, if you're an artist, we handle your online promotion, media, and on ground. So basically we truly then and also into events promotion.
Okay. And what about you, madam?
We as Just Label, we have been a label that manages artists, but recently we decided to drop all our artists. So we now concentrating on online promotions. We do event management and organization. But now because of COVID, there are no events. So we have not been doing event organization and management.
Why did you have to drop all the artists?
We realized we were putting in a lot and we are not getting anything in return.
Benefiting, yes.
So if you keep putting and you're not putting, as a businesswoman, I feel that is a good investment.
Maybe you're going to have some profits in the long run.
We are revamping it later on, but for now we decided to first pause a little and then concentrate on what we think is mattering. Most times, Just Label was created from way back since 2002. We were Everywhere You Go team with Karen and Sarah and Kerry. Yes. All we were doing was artists. How do we bring artists together? We were not online. Our mother and father is Wimix, the Wimix guys, and they were online. But for us, we decided to be offline. Our most role was to bring the artists together. Work with artists. We used to create parties for them, celebrate their birthdays, and critique their craft, like their videos, their music when they are there listening, and then also bring people that are good. For example, by then we used to have Parfum and all those guys, and they used to play music from outside. So we wanted to know how can they also play local music. Why aren't they playing local music? So we bring artists together, and then the guys maybe from Parfum and other stations that really are into standard. How can we standardize our music that is played on across radio stations, not just stations that don't care about standards? So for us, we are more about standards, about mentorship, about togetherness of artists, and how we can make this content, gospel content, more relevant and more understandable to everyone.
Okay, thank you, Rossette. Karen, tell us about you and UG Christian News.
So UG Christian News is a media house. We create content that would inspire any Christian out there to probably, pick a Bible and read it, or be able to feel like, I think I need to move in this direction with God. So we write on our website. We have over, I think every day, we have about 4 articles out every single day.
Okay.
Yes.
So for you, basically, you want to talk about the news going out in the gospel industry. You basically talk about news, nothing more like promoting or something of that.
On a personal basis, I do events production as well as I'm a show producer as well. I do events planning as well. I influence for brands. for music and all that. But UG Christian News is strictly a media house.
Okay, so on behalf of UG Christian News, okay, what was your source of inspiration personally?
We were inspired by the fact that me and a couple of people, that's why I'm saying we, that in the industry, the sense of direction that was taken in most of the content was not, like people are trying to, like lately, people are trying to, how can I explain it? Like I don't know how many times the mainstream media have really like, taken a wrong direction about something happening in the Christian fraternity.
Yeah.
And we are the ones to bring out the light in it.
Okay.
If I could say that, yeah.
I understand.
So we base on that. No trash, no what. Me, when I'm writing, I'm looking at the fact that how is someone reading this going to be inspired?
Okay. So, Samuel, can you tell us about your source of inspiration coming up with that?
First of all, our inspiration, like, we were under our own company, and when she talked about Wimix, I felt so happy because we all came from, I think, that company, right? So, that source of inspiration, GMP Promotions, is not CBNG, it's just we want to see a gospel artist when he is, because when you start, you can say something and the entire community follows what you say. So as a company, our goal is to make stars when they are Christian artists. So that when they want, if we want to change the community, we can use those artists to change the community. So for us, that's our goal. We want to make gospel artists known.
I want you guys to tell me how has it been working with the gospel industry? Have these guys been supportive or they are reluctant?
Which guys?
Like okay, let's say the gospel artists, when it comes to promoting them, you can promote someone so have they been supportive? Because at the end of the day, you're going to tell someone to run to get into ogere ku music in side ye parombo nagamba I don't have a coin on me, yet they could do something about it in order to fund whatever you're going to do. So that's why I'm asking, because the industry is so demanding. Have these guys been supportive in some way or the other?
For my case, my experience is that most people are really supportive. They really want to reach there. But as you know that gospel industry is different from the mainstream music, you find that it is hard to get money. They invest in a lot and they get little. But also what we have been...
reason why?
The reason why is that most Christians don't buy music. They like free stuff, freely given, freely receive those things. And because it is like that, most musicians have found it difficult to get money. But what mostly I encourage those that I come in contact with is to have something else. Not to dwell on music alone, but have something. I encourage them to go to school and study. I encourage them to find something else that they can do, that they're passionate about other than music, so that it can finance the music. Because if you only do music, you're likely to be broke like for the rest of your life. and you will not go, because remember, we're serving a God who is very rich. Despite the fact that Christian music is not bringing in the money, but we're serving a God who is very rich. If we've not found chance, you've not maybe gotten money from the music, you can get it from somewhere else. And where you get it from, it can finance, it can help you to go further, if to promote your music, because if you don't promote your music also, it doesn't help you.
So when we talk about the gospel news and coming up with updates about the gospel industry, how do you do it? How do you gather all this information? Yet most of the times you tend to be at your offices. Do you have people who go out there to get the news for you?
Yes, of course we have other full-time jobs we do as long, but for us we have like about 3 ways we get our news. One, we have edit at ugchristiannews.com. People are allowed to send in content, Then 2, every single morning I wake up, I go onto Google, and in most cases something pops up, or this is trending, or someone has released this and this. Or probably in our WhatsApp groups or something, someone is talking about something, and then I reach out. I normally like either, if I don't have their number, ask people who are in touch for their numbers or something like that. And yeah, I know Rossette, I know Sam, I know they can definitely get me a number to this person.
Yeah.
Or like if they don't put it out there, it's hard for me to know. Or sometimes I hear from people, or you'll tell me, okay, here at Trust TV, we're going to have a conference, and then definitely I'll turn up.
So have you had scenarios where you've gotten certain news and then you've written an article about it and yet it's false?
I do not take up articles, every single article. I take time to sieve the news. We've had scenarios whereby someone gives you content and they want you to put it out exactly
just
the
because
way
of
it is.
their...
But I, as me, have terms and conditions for how my work should come through. Like I say, I look at the article. There should be 3 things. God should be in the picture.
Yeah.
How does someone read this and say, Mukama ngenda kusinza? Like they're inspired by what you're writing. 3, what is, sometimes you also look at the trends. You're like, okay, this is now trending. How does it fit in line with what is happening in the country right now? Is it worth something that someone would listen to right now? So it's very hard for me. I've not had scenarios where I have to turn down an article. Currently, I've only had times where I have to edit, probably with an error of probably writing, and I've not written well and what. But I don't just post anything, because for us, we post in detail. We have over 100 words an article. So by the time you put it out, it has to be worth it.
Okay, Karen, I'm going to get back to you. I have so many questions for you. And GMP, tell us, have you had such scenarios?
Yeah, like starting from the first question, how we get our news. You can't say that you're a promoter yet you don't know Ali Patrick. So most time was we promoters to manyiba artists one-on-one, because you've been with them for so long. So most time was of Namauri, if you want to write about an artist, you call him. And then another way is we go to, for example, events. We attend so many functions as our artists. Then another way, of course, online, because artists, for us, we promoters, we are always online. Me personally, I'm a full-time minister. This is what I do full-time.
You've talked about ministering, like it's ministry, yeah?
Yeah, it's ministry. So I do this. When I joined the industry, I prayed to God and I was like, hey, I want to serve you. So I want to do this full-time. Yeah, so I get whatever I've got through this. So that if you online 24/7, yeah, from morning to sunset, there's no way news is going to pass you. So I'm always online. So those are the 3 main ways we use to. And then you've asked whether I've ever
scenarios.
Yeah, it has ever happened to me, and it's so interesting. Though I love learning from challenges. When I make a mistake, I learn from it. So in the when you make a mistake, what you've done makes a lot of news.
Yeah, than when it is the news thing.
So when such a thing happened to me some time back, it gave me a lot of hype.
Would you want to share with us what exactly happened?
I remember those days, it was 2015. We wrote about Days Young. And Days Young, those days, so she paused and she did a certain sign. Yeah? So we wrote something that Illuminati. So the thing went viral and she looked for us so badly. But the article went so viral. But I realized that what I learned from it is that we are not supposed to please people. We have to write the exact thing, like and then to also dig deep. Just then you go on and write something about a certain artist, because they have following and they have people who believe in them, and you also have people who believe in you. So when you write something negative about an artist, someone might believe that is true. So
what are you trying to mean? Shouldn't we write about something something bad they do?
You even made a mistake, but we are here to correct each other. So you talked of gospel. in biblically, the God does not allow us to gospel. Or in Uganda, that's Lugambo, right? So yeah, so we have to deliver news.
Yeah.
So you can, when you do something bad, I can approach you or I can write about it. But Olugambo is not news. I think Olugambo chibera sometimes with chibera chibera false, yeah. So kulira egundi yakoze kino before you dig deeper or kumanya information no chogera. So that's not right in the gospel industry. You're supposed to dig deep or what about information in Gachi. So we have no gospel in the gospel industry. We have news.
Anyway, Rossette, tell us, have you had scenarios?
No, I have not had any scenarios. Simply because I don't at all write anything because someone has written about it. I write something because I have the source of information. And as he said, this is ministry. We don't do gospel. We don't break news because there is something that has come. So I've seen. I should say it before someone else has done. And we don't do like we want to trend or we want to show that, you know what, we are the best. Nada. We are doing this because we are preaching. This is our platform. Like a pastor goes on the pulpit or an artist uses a pulpit. This is our platform where we as bloggers, as writers, as Christian influencers use. Because this is our platform, we are preaching the gospel. Like she said, at the end of the day, your aim goal is, how is someone inspired? And if someone is inspired, how is Jesus being perceived? Can someone want to also start singing gospel music? Can someone also want to get born again? So is the thing that I'm posting, when someone reads it, will it bring them to Christ or take them further? So for us, we verify information. By the way, we started these things because we came together. Because by that time, I think it was We Make CG Christian News and Just a Label and DJ Extra. Yes, come together to. Because there was nothing written about Christians. There was no information whatsoever.
Yeah, you're right.
So we had to encourage actually Christian artists to write about themselves. Go on Wikipedia, type there your name, write things about you so that when someone searches, they find you. We had to do that so that we can have gospel content. Ugandan gospel content wasn't there.
You're right.
So because we came to do that, we want to write the truth. And that's when I tell some of my friends, okay, not most of the people that have really come up right now. There's so many gospel promoters and so many people who are in the name of promoting gospel writing things. I want to encourage you to be mentored. Don't just write things because you have had someone has done this, you just post. What is the story? Normally for us, we have, like I would have in my circles or in my phone, I have almost every artist's number. And if anything happens, I would call them. This and this, I've had this and this. How true is this?
Anyways, I have this question for you because everyone, I've had all of you saying, something about how you want to preach the gospel and how you want to put up that good picture for someone who is watching out there to know that, you know what, you can give your life to Christ, something like that. But does that mean, because if you guys do some news about the gospel industry, when it comes to the let's say the bad side of the industry, you guys won't disclose anything to the people?
We do. You
do?
Yeah.
Really?
We do.
He does.
You do how you bring
I've gotten to the point where that's what I wanted to know, because before you guys they told me you guys are going to be together with me, and then there is something that has been trending like for the past week. It's been on the negative side, so I was like, you know what, let me wait for UG Christian News to see what they are going to write about it. And I've realized that at the end of the day, so I wanted to know why, because you've had the saga of Lanek and that has been...
Bad things and gospel, those are two different things. When you start your battle, in a way, for example, I wouldn't advise Omanyikati Olutalo, when you start a battle. But the way you start it, that it means that from the sort of that battle, yo kenyini omanye ekintu ekibi kiri different like wokera kumanya okoze ekintu ekibi kiba different kuchine na kitandisa intentionally chiraba so you never feel me posting about simanyala neke yakoze because I know the source of. You understand? So I have to post about something bad, knowing its outcome.
Because what I would want to know is that the fact that you guys have connections with these people is that you could come up with an article or something to just put things right. Just like the way you said that you guys abantu bujoba wandike ebintu ebichamu ku gospel industry. So yo mwemuvayo nembera nga mututereze eno fa abakolaki abalaba. So I want to know like kino mukikwasaganya mutya kwanga right now na dance ubira kale kwa GMP na iseyo yogi Christian News na iseyo kale lisa iseyo nenda tani kukuitangayo but I never saw anything about that. So echo bangambi bantu bagala manya like lwachi yo side temutakolinga yo nyo
because we know the source of that thing. I know what those people are up to.
Okay. And then another thing, bad news travels fast. Did you know that? Everyone knows, every media outlet, that's what they will.
But someone would love to hear what Jess is going to say about that.
Yeah,
because there is a way they are going to be comforted. But chibanga amazima chitambu dent chichamu like wanagena gamba ha babanga Karen achogeddeko bwat. I think njatwala idea Karen.
Can I tell you something about that? Yeah? If this is the panel ngangenda solving for example issue badde mu past week I wouldn't bring the two people abali ali mu battle to solve the problem. Fire does not Kati, the world does what they need.
Yeah.
Because for them they want to see people fighting. And, so what I would do, I would bring someone who is old in the industry or a pastor to talk yes, and then they are how they can solve that issue. But when you bring two people who are fighting on the same panel, what are you expecting? So me, I think there is a better way people can do that instead of putting more firewood in the. You understand? So I think that's the thing. If we say that something is not productive and it's not helping the industry, we can't write about such a thing.
Yeah, Karen, I want to know your opinion about this. Tell me.
We are put into the industry to be the light of the world.
Yeah.
The mainstream media is doing that. I, for one, have a role to, throw light into the faces of every single person that is listening out there. So, that's my role. Like I said, I am here for every single person to get out there, go and read, go to UG Christian News, and they read this and they're inspired. So, yes, I've had moments whereby me, even on my personal page, I've commented and probably thrown out there, and I'm just like, please, or probably called one of these people. Me in my position for the platform that UG Christian News has given me for over 20,000 followers, I am there to be the light in the lives of every single follower on that page. I am not going to call out any single person, on that page, because unless there is a scenario whereby in the midst of something they were throwing light on something, about God or something, I will bring out the lighter part of it, but not necessarily. Because if every mainstream media is going to take the opposite direct, like Desire was we put out an article about it, her birthday and everything. And you can see where the mainstream media, went sides to, and I'm just like, please, everyone has their own struggle. We don't help them when we take that direction. I've seen people struggling and they literally got depressed just because of the media. So for me, I'm not the person who's going to include that and top up and top up and top up and help them get down into their grave till you find that you can't hear them anymore. So for me, may God help me figure out how I'm going to help out that side. But for me now, no.
Yeah, because my idea was, for me, I feel like, okay, I wanted to just tell you, it's just my personal opinion, I feel like if something like that happens, you influencers, like if you're an influencer, which means you can just come out, no bucket into your together, and people will take it. We do that.
I have called out people on my page, yes,
right?
But not.
Karenze chengamba like tukusubira okuvayo kugundi kwenyini ku UG Christian News like okay anyway ntegedde ensonga ne just nganze
what I can tell you is not every news is news. Not every news is news. Not
But,
everything
but,
you
but,
hear
but the fact that
is
you guys
news.
don't write
If-
about it,
let
Yeah, but
them talk.
there has to be a difference
Like
between
you
someone
get-
who's a Christian and
yeah, like abachogereko. But for us as Christian influencers, or for us as Christian promoters, there are things that we look at. If, as we told you, our end goal is to preach the gospel.
Yeah.
If whatever that is happening currently is not preaching the gospel in any way, I will not write about it.
Okay.
I will hear it. I will have my say as an individual,
I
but
understand.
I will not write about it. Why? Because media chowandikayo techivunda. It will always be there. And
Receipts and
yes, so zivayo, but what is it bringing at the end of the day? There are things, let them sort them out and let other people write about it because they want to and because it makes news. But for us, not every news is news.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there are people playing that role. How did you get to know about that? The role is played. It is not my role in this.
Yeah.
Anyways, obudde bwo tugenzeeko naye ng'ekintu kibadde tukyakikwasaganya mu ngeri enjawulo. Right about now njagala producer obeere ng'onterako ennamba y'essimu bw'aba wayina ekibuuzo kyonna ayina ensonga yonna naawe osooka yango nzaakange nkayisizaawo katuuse bulijjo kannuma naye katuuse but naawe osooka yango oyisaawo akako. The platform is here and with us we have the gospel media influencers. These guys have done a great job. Nze ng'omuntu I appreciate because nange mumpadde mileage okubeera nga mpushing ekintu kyange. So njagala kubeera nga mmanya how do you guys benefit from whatever you're doing, because okay esobola okubeera ministry but a ministry without a supporting hand nayo tesobola kubeera ng'ekola ki ng'eyimirira n'ebeera nga ebeerawo for the time you guys have been there ne mubeera relevant, because byanjawulo osobola okubeerawo nengamba ntogasa like bantu tebagana mmanya, but you guys have been there and someone would like to know if this is happening. GMP story chiwali gundi chichi enti gundi Grace agenda mukono okay yakona ikategeera Jesse nayogera kano gundi nayogera kali, so kintu kira kikola kitambula. So how do you benefit?
Let me start.
Okay.
One, when we started, we were not like earning any money at all. We're doing everything for free, and we are running here, running there, using our own transport, using our own money. This event, this gospel show, we used actually to influence even gospel shows. And while in doing that, we realized that man, we started with all these guys, but they are getting here, and we are
Exactly. I know.
So what the hell are we doing? So we decided, as just for me and Sarah were like, you know what? We ain't gonna do anything for free no more.
Okay.
If you're not paying, and we have a price tag, like our red card. If you're not reaching here, we are not doing. Why? Because if you do most things for free, people will not value you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And because they will not value you, so we are no longer doing that. Our page can even be empty for the whole month.
But I don't think that's right somehow.
But yes, it is right, because for us that's how we are influencers. If you want to be influenced, then you want us to help you. You also have to put in what money, and if you can't put in the money, then we leave you. Another thing is that
wait on, hold on there. There is something I would like to put right. You've talked about someone coming up with the money in order to be put out there, which I don't feel like it's right. Kale chinzoba nga kisobola okukola, but not on that side wage, because at the end of the day you're going to end up writing something wrong just because you're going to be given some
that's not true, because there are so many people who have come to us and we have
but then right now, if it's becoming,
we keep our standards, we keep who we are, our values and principles, but what we are saying, we are no longer doing things for free, and someone has to know that.
Kati okumpandiikako egguliro ennina okutemerayo ekitooke.
Not really kuntemerayo ekitooke. It's not like that. It's like, this is my job, and if you want me to write about you, because this is where I earn from, you have to pay this. I'll give you my red card and send you my red card. If you can afford, you do. If you can't, there are so many other gospel promoters.
Then at that point, should they call it a ministry? Because
it is still a ministry.
I don't know. What's your idea about that?
All platforms are marketplaces.
Okay, anyway, let's have the caller. Okay. avuddeko naye musogenda maaso nga mukuba amasimu bw'oba olina ekibuuzo kyo kyonna kyonna osobola okubeera ng'okiyisaawo. Karen, tell me what's your opinion about that? Oba naawe kyemukwasaganya you do the same thing?
Okay, the two things that really matter to me at UG Christian News is content and mileage. So at the end of the day, for me, I need to have content on a daily, and for me the mileage works for me. Yes, I always root for people to always send in their content and about their spaces and what. But yes, I'm not going to deny I have a red card. The red card is for spaces on our website, because our website is reached out with over ads. 1 million views, and so banners on the website. I have banners on the website and spaces.
That.
I don't charge people for content. We cover people. So and so has got saved. They've done a crusade. They've done charity. They've done this. We don't really charge, for that. There are times when people want a bit of PR, is where I charge.
Okay.
And the thing about charging is that it comes with it comes with entitlement. You get so
that someone wants to write about them some way.
You want me to write in this specific direction, and in reality, probably you've heard about all these things of false. They'll give you all the kind of money that you want in the world. To you're like 1 million. No, they're like, okay, I will do 1.2, but they actually want you to
the
put
impact
it out
of whatever
exactly
you're going
like
to
that,
do,
which doesn't work for me. I have a direct sense of direction. This has to go, and if it's not that way, so for me it's more about, like I said, more about the content that I'm going to put out there than the money. We can always talk about the money after. For me, I'm sure that this is going to work for us.
Okay. Kati kenyaga tutezemu akao kisigala ministry oba kwanza obuweereza bw'emmanyi kale tebula bwabwe, but simanyi musobola okuntereza kibeera kitya.
Like the truth is that we have an office, we have so many people that come to volunteer and want to write with us, or even intern with us, because we've registered everything and what. I'm not going to throw my expenses at you. I'm doing this for a passion that there's a gap in the Christian fraternity that is missing this. Nevertheless, you get articles there this early morning. I woke up to also kind of edit something before we went up. But at the end of the day, even on our website, we let people donate if they want to, and people who feel like they're moved by some of the things that we do, they're allowed to do so. It is ministry. Everything is ministry. Because we are it's about God, but there are expenses behind the scenes that come with that. And I've had scenarios whereby I can't cover something, and you find people texting, in Barara, what, we're not covered, we're not what. But the issue is that because we don't have that money, I'm not going to pounce that bill on you. But in most cases, if you feel a need to do so, please do so.
Anyways, njagala tubire nga tugenda maaso bwetulidde GMP nina ekibuuzo kyo wano n'abalabi baffe kyebagala okumanya. Obadde promota mulungi nnyo, okoze omulimu munene nnyo, tukuwulidde ng'okwasaganya sigaye ne bantu bapromotinga buli omu alina engeri gy'akwasaganyamu emirimu gye n'agiggusa naye tukulabye ng'okwasaganya abayimbi ab'enjawulo. Kale nze ebbanga lintandikidde okutegeera nkutegeredde ku Grace Nakimera. Neba ngambi nkubuuze why Grace Nakimera? Twagala obere ng'otuteekerawo kaawo abalabi bange baagala okumanya.
First of all, consider the question into how do we earn, and then how do we balance?
Like okubeera kubanga jjukira bw'okwata ministry ate n'ogiteekamu nnyo ssente nnyingi, sometimes direction ogivaako kulw'ensonga eri gye mbagambye nti oli ajja kukuleetera ssente akugambe Patrick mwandiikeko kino okitegeera naye nga si kituufu.
In life there are what we call principles. As a company, GMP Promotions practical principles netugamba nti kati omulimu yeguba mulimu. For example, waneno ku show you every Saturday making sure nti obeera n'amawulire. Kati when it comes to media, I take GMP as a media house. omulimu guba mulimu, like news is news. As a must you have to be
oba waliwo sente wate wali you have to stay relevant,
like oba wali wagulire wate wali wagulire oyina okudeliveringa abantu basubira ki mawulire because the show kyekola ki kyeya. Kati as a company to take our principles into when it comes to their services we give for free as ministry and that's writing about artists bichi. But then ngana again kati fe tetuli only on social media tukola also a promotion so that if you want further go on service into your yagala tamuza music wo so those ones you pay. So what guides us or say our ministries principles that grant okay if for social media for yes but if you want this or chicho sao this business then when it comes to but for us we are not a record label whereby we sign an artist no it's not like that. Yes no we don't sign artists
okay
but
get down
no, we are not a record label. So, but you can be with, for example, one artist or you know Rimba. Besides just writing about you, or you got Rimba to pushing, you pay. That's an extra service. Then when it comes to the other question, Josimbi Okumboza, Air Grace. Me as a person, I've done this since 2012, 13. I'll mark where I feel. So that's when I started doing this, like younger. So since 2013, that's why I'm going to change paka 2021 nga nacho advancing amuko. So me as a person, not the company, decide to go into artist management as a person. You understand?
So you manage,
So me personally, I took the other route. Then I've done this and I'm still doing this, but then I need to add on what I'm doing. So I'm also into artist management. That's why you can be seeing me with Grace everywhere. Because I'm part of the management.
Okay, the way you manage you just side to agala kalo tunyonyo bulungi because
the way you manage
njega kansuke kaiseo kubanga we sometimes see artists nti waba managing ojamula banga managinga Grace omulabeke wa Angela Katatumba omulabeko ewa Exodus negwe tukulaba abantu wamuko gabibuzo bijanga bingi ye strategy yo ngeri jokwata kosoka nokwata ko omu nomukanyu gayo.
Let me tell you something bokera ola guno omulimu gokola bokera ku machanga lero okolanga given nga gwasoma mawulire cyari bakusanga mu sports leo ni bakusanga mu entertainment chategeza you're not concentrating. You understand? So sometimes you need to concentrate so that you can see the results. Ate buli kintu kyo time nyingi always the results zibaki nature mu management mubeeramu ebintu bingi mubeeramu wa PR so you can't be guiding 5 artists at the same time. Even when it comes to promotion as a company when we can't receive 3 projects at the same time. Sigala kubira Ivan oba Cherisa Mugambe kubira oluyimba lwagundi okubira lwagundi enyimba nya the same person. No, you can't. But when you get a project in Oberanga or a studio service, I'm going to deliver 100%. Yeah, so I think that's being professional. Yeah.
And those songs are zisewe mudaye chibuzo kyo muganyo kuba amasimu newe tumaliriza show simanti mugenda kola ki mugenda kubera nga mungamba kubanga nze ebibuzo bya mwe wansindikidde esingambi isizaawo. Anyways obudde bote butuli bulungi but right about now njaga mumbere nga mumpisaako kale mbwangu bwangwe the challenges that you faced with working with the gospel industry.
Gospel industry. Me as a person, because me I'm into promotion and artist management. Some artists be like, for example, our local challenges basanga because sija kogera bintu bijeno ko artists abanja kogera ku gospel artist in specific artist ye muntu gogena na mu studio because as a manager mbani no kutoka everywhere. Ogenda mu studio ni artist nagamba nti nabya n'ekintu kyazi nacho. Nga for example yana line ya kozesha ya wandise nemugya mu studio na mugana nayo manyi professionally wanchosiza mukana nagamba nze mwe mtufu yangani nkoleki so sometimes tebawula professionalism ne kali wale na
when it comes to that what do you think is right because mukama nze yampadde akayimba kange
kisobola kisigala nga kyekimu like kibeera nga onagamba akozeseza ekigambo kino nga ye nga sobola nokukozesa ekirala nekitegeeza kyekimu so even producers nabo katonda babayita ate nabo basobola okukola ki okugaidinga so mu artist management nabyo ebyo bibeeramu ba artist abamu babesanga balina kyebagamba nze katonda yampitakola kino so they don't want to adjust yet sometimes olina okusaba katonda omwoyo waki w'amagezi then mu promotion maybe
omaze ensonga so ziyita
mu promotion of course but artists of course sente because wesanga nti oyagala kukola bintu bingi oyagala bikolera artist naye ate nga bambi ensawo ye tekola ki ate sigala kukwata sente so okuteeka na service zange nekomitingako ministry yange okukola kyategeeza nosasula abantu agenda bloginga data biki kati ate ebibyo wesanga mba nina byenjagala okukolera naye ate nga ki budget yo maybe ki ntono.
Okay, can you name Rossette some of the challenges that we face in the industry?
I think we have the same challenges. Artists don't want to be advised. They want to be advised in abakajja. But after abayina je batuse you are no longer it is because everything I think when you get that fame the ego comes in and you feel like you're above everyone else so that's the thing and we pray that then like you were saying also we have things that we do maybe for free but as just label we also or as people as individuals because we're also brand on our own we are things that we cannot compromise on if you're a pastor and you don't have the money that we have asked please don't say that moyo mutukuvu may have a problem with pastors even who don't pay. They come nasasula ba gospel promoters only also now you told muyimbi naye nga amugambe will give you this much lazimwa oba mukoze event omusumba najja oba someone because they want to be seen they will say I've given 5 million at the end of the day you will ask for 5 million after 5 years you don't get it and yet you have put in a lot of money and that's who do events you find that there are so many people who promise and they don't fulfill nene n'abayimbi abalala like you tebakuyise ku kivulu lwaki oyagala kujja kuyimba like those things really give me a hard time and I think I have so many people artists who really don't like
okay can say me Karen some of your challenges
I'll not repeat some of the things that they've said for me I'll go back to content every single artist, pastor, because for me I don't normally write about only artists, pastors, everyone doing something in the gospel fraternity.
I've realized
I don't know whether we don't take social media like so seriously, and then like we've said, we get our content sometimes from what you post online. We see someone has posted this or what. Some people don't even have a social media account running actively. Sure. You can't easily get content from them, and when they meet you they are like, oh, you people post about these people, but they are not out there to show that okay, this is what we actually do. So for me the main thing is actually content. If people can package themselves out there, and then sometimes you run through a gospel artist or whatever page and hey mukama
anyways Karen, in just 3 seconds tell a word to the people that are watching, tell them about Yugi Christian News.
Thank you so much for listening. Karen is my name, and I would love to say every single person, please follow UG Christian News on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as our website is ugchristiannews.com. Guys, COVID is real. Wear your mask, sanitize. We don't have masks, but we are, social distancing as well. Please stay safe, and let us know what you think about this as well.
Okay, GMP.
I've been so humbled, So I want to tell you one thing, that music is a very powerful tool to change the lives of people. That's why I'm a gospel music promoter. So one song can be like, it can't even